guys, my name is Harsh Goel, and today we are going to review the first speech, the first ever speech that I ever gave in front of a class. So at first I thought I should talk about importance of improving your communication skills, but later I thought that it would be really boring, and we all have watched thousands of videos about improving communication skills where the influencer talks very flawlessly about tips and tricks and strategy, that you should speak this way, you should speak that way, you should do this, you should do that. But in my opinion, all those tips and tricks are useless until unless you are willing to put yourself out of your comfort zone. You are willing to step out of your comfort zone. That may be in terms of speaking in front of public if you are afraid of that, or in debate where you have to come up with logical arguments quickly in order to counter other person's argument, or maybe it's approaching to strangers, talking to them, or maybe approaching superiors to get some job done through them. We all have to step out of your comfort zone in order to improve. And guess what, all those influencers did the same. They all did put themselves out, but the thing is, you didn't get a chance to see them. What mistakes did they made for the first time when they were out, when they, how anxious they were, how nervous they were, what mistakes did they make. But with this video you are getting a chance to witness my mistakes that I did during my first ever session. So without any further delay, let's begin this video. So at let me tell you the story about this recording. I told one of my friends to record my video, and what idea was in my mind was that he was sitting in back and I am in front, and there are going to be children on students on both sides of the class, and I will be in center, and there will be a smooth recording with some reactions of students how I was performing. But what the guy decided was he gave camera to the very front benchers, and then this video was recorded, and I can't blame him for that because I didn't convey what I had in mind previously. If I draw a graph of mistakes that I did during this speech, this is the point where this video starts, and I'm telling you guys, at this point I was fumbling. I almost forgot what I had to say. I was just rushing through things. The audience even gave me feedback that they said, "Bhai, समझ में नहीं आ रहा तू बोल क्या रहा." But I was too anxious, I was too nervous to even stop for a second, take a deep breath, and ask them, or maybe explain to them कि this is what I'm trying to convey to you all. And I was just like, मुझे घर जाना है. That was the whole thing that came through my mind at this point. बाकी देखते हैं बाकी की वीडियो क्या है.
If I say a salary of 10 LPA would be more than sufficient for all of you as a starting package for a fresher. If I'm not wrong, if I'm correct, please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so if you are trying to get
Look at my hand at this point. Look at my hand. My hands are like so stiff. I am doing this thing. Whole body is so stiff. You can obviously see I am nervous at this point.
That's 30%. And if I give you a more concrete example of this, that would be 4 months of your 12 year of your 1 year, and that's the time you are going to work for government for free, and that's the time you will work for paying your taxes, all of you. And that's it for starting. And I would like to introduce myself. My name is Harsh Goel. I am a student of BCom TPP, and I am going to represent this Law and Taxation Club and this session for budget 2024, 25 and 26. And when I was a kid, I used to think that why budget, why should I study budget? I always used to think that budget is for rich people, budget is for politicians. We are middle class people, we don't have to study budget. It's not something that we do every day. But when I came to realize that budget is something that's related to our daily lives, and it impacts our daily life in various ways, and that's how I started learning budget, and that's what we are.
So after I finished this speech, I was about to start clapping for myself, but I stopped because that would obviously stupid. And I was really proud of myself, because not because I didn't I knew I made a lot of mistakes. Many things were in many, it was like almost a disastrous speech if I'm truly honest. But a good thing about this speech is I tried, and that was a really big point for me, and that's really appreciable.